Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I am your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 81 of our trek, and now that we have traveled the 6 trails of overcoming mediocrity, we are in the position to excel at a greater pace on our path as we create and build our living legacy. We are recording this podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today has been a busy but productive day, and we were able to make some headway on a couple of our projects. We also received some very good news about a friend that has been going through an extended time of trial, and we are very thankful for that. As we learn additional details, and with his permission, I may be able to share this story on one of our future treks. The trails of life can be unknown and unpredictable at times. We need to understand that life is not always how we would like it to be, but it is always how it is. We may become very uncomfortable on the paths that we travel, so we need to choose to enjoy those journeys even in less than ideal conditions. Change makes all of us feel a bit uncomfortable, even when the outcome of that change is beneficial long term. As our global community rapidly changes, as we alluded to yesterday, we must learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is the trail that we'll travel together today. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. This inspiring principle is actually taken from the Navy SEALs, for one of their mantras is, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Why is this so important? It's because in your business and in your life, if you want to learn, grow, and succeed, that growth will include being uncomfortable through the process. Anyone familiar with farming knows that in order to have a crop, the original seed is destroyed through the growth process. Jesus also confirms this principle in John chapter 12, verse 24, and he said, I tell you the truth. Unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone, but its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new lives. Growth and success in life only come after you have pushed and challenged yourself. So let's look at 3 practical examples of this. If you want to be physically fit, if you want to be healthy, if you want to be somebody who has a lot of energy, what is required? First, you must exercise and work out on a regular basis. Many will go to a gym to do this so that they will have the proper equipment and be able to stay focused. But the gym is not somewhere you go if you want comfort. It's somewhere you go if you want to get really uncomfortable for an hour, a half an hour, or maybe for some of you a couple hours. And you're going to push yourself. You're going to see how much weight you can lift, how long you can run, how hard you can push your body. And during that time, it's going to be wildly uncomfortable. But on the backside of that discomfort is better health, better energy, and a better physical appearance. Tied to being physically fit is our second example. If you desire to be healthy, you must eat what is good and healthy for you. This will mean that you need to prepare your own meals using fresh, healthy, and whole foods. By turning away from comfort foods and those items that may taste so good while you're eating them, but you know it does major damage to your body, including that horrible side effect of gaining weight. You have to be comfortable when you're feeling hungry and being uncomfortable until your body adapts to those new types of food that you need to consume. Third is to be successful in business requires hard work, dedication, and at times long hours with very little reward. You have to stretch yourself and learn. You have to be willing to risk the rejection and receive a lot of no's in order to get the potential for yes. This success is only going to come after you've stepped out of your comfort zone. So how do we prepare ourselves? How do we train to be uncomfortable so that we can actually get comfortable with our discomfort? Well, there's 4 ways to do this. First, learn something new. Always push yourself to learn something new in any area of life. Maybe try learning how to cook differently, or gradually working up from walking to running. Anytime you push yourself, you're stepping out of your comfort zone in a particular area of your life. That starts to build a level of success that you have. And as you start to have some success in that area, and you can take what you've learned there and apply it to other areas of your life. Second, recruit the help of others. Maybe it's a coach, a trainer, or an accountability partner. It's somebody else who can push you and who can help you to be accountable so that you don't slip and fall on this new trail in your life. That person can also be right alongside you, learning that same sport or new hobby or that new skill at the same time. And so you're kind of pushing and motivating each other. And this example of this is Proverbs 27:17, and it says, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. Third is to break it down. Sometimes when we step outside our comfort zone, we can really get overwhelmed with everything we need to learn and everything that we need to do. It can start to weigh us down. It can overwhelm any of us, no matter how adaptable to change we are. Navy SEAL Mark Owen talks about this in his life when he got into the Navy SEALs boot camp. He said, Man, I was so overwhelmed, but what I did is this. I broke everything down into small bite-sized chunks. It was like, if I can just make it to breakfast, I'll be okay. And when he got to breakfast and he survived breakfast, he would say, now I just need to make it to lunch. And I just need to make it to dinner. And then after dinner it was, I just have to do it again tomorrow. He took one day at a time, one step at a time. You don't have to do it all right away. Number 4, go for it. At some point you just have to go for it. You're just going to have to go all in. You can't try this. You can't keep going, well, I'll just do this a little bit here and a little bit there. At some point, you're going to have to say, I'm in, I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to risk discomfort because it's something I want and that it is so important to me. And when you do that, you're going to find that you're actually capable of so much more than you ever believed. As you make progress on the uncomfortable trails of your life, let's follow the Apostle Paul's word in his letter to the Church of Rome, chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. We can rejoice, too, when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us to develop endurance, and endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. So here's what I would like to leave with you today. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you want to be successful in business and in life, get comfortable with your discomfort. And with this, please join us at our camp tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. We will extend today's trail and learn that all the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. Well, that will finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of the previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, YouTube, or at wisdom-trek.com. If you enjoy our daily doses of wisdom, these little nuggets we consume each day, I encourage you to take the time to invest in yourself in these 3 ways. Invest with your time in improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, email address, and a comment on our website so that we can provide you with the wisdom and insights that best fit your needs. Number 2, invest in yourself by listening to your 7 minutes of wisdom through the Wisdom Trek podcast each day. And the best way to do this is to subscribe at iTunes or Stitcher and have it downloaded to you automatically. And third, invest in the lives of others by sharing with your family and friends, in person or online, to journey with us on our Wisdom Trek. And if you haven't done so already, please leave us a rating at iTunes or Stitcher so that we'll gain more exposure for others to join us on our Wisdom Trek. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and to create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.